40inbox.com here, where we help you master your money. So we're going to go over this article that goes over 5 ways to make money with your writing skills. So let's get right into it. So most writers don't make much money. I agree. They don't get rich unless you're someone who wrote about magical worlds, wizards, and muggles, aka J.K. Rowling. The reality is that money is not part of the package of becoming a successful writer. Some writers make money out of their skills, but they do so with a bit of luck and opportunity on their sides, and most writers don't get that chance no matter how hard they try. But at the same time, when you're a writer, you will never go hungry. As much as they don't pay writers enough, they also need writers so much. Writers are in demand right now, whether it's writing a business blog or a press release. Writers are at the core of the digital revolution. The demand for content writers is so big that dedicated job sites are looking for freelance writers who can work full-time on various projects. You can make this a full-time job or a side hustle, and writing will not make you rich, but it will put food on the table, plus a bit of saving in your bank account. If you're smart enough to make the right decisions and trudge the path, you might even find it a profitable hobby, interest, and passion. And the thing is, there are some people who are actually able to turn this into a full-time job, but let's get into it. So number 1 is publish a book. So most writers are good researchers too. That's part of being a writer. Reading journals, analyzing statistics, and forming opinions about various things. So what is your niche? Can you write a 50-page book about the benefits of gardening? Do you have what it takes to research the rise of digital marketing in developing countries? No matter what topic you can think of, someone out there needs your thoughts. People are willing to pay good money for the knowledge that you can import. The fact that you don't have to run after editors and publishers now makes it all the better. You can look for a self-publishing company that can guide you in publishing your book. The challenges aren't the same as being published by Penguin Random House. You can get your books to your audience in a few weeks or months as opposed to getting them rejected by publishing houses. You can write for blogs, magazines, and journals. So there's apparently content fatigue all over the world, but is that true? Websites and social media channels without new content will die. Businesses must keep publishing new content on their websites and social media profiles or risk being forgotten by their audience. Many companies are willing to pay good money for your articles. Find an organization that suits your demands for compensation and benefits, and you can freelance and work for multiple clients. You can also sign a contract and write for one company. But for example, I think there's something called medium.com, and you could actually post articles on there and actually make a good amount of money. And for example, there is a YouTuber lady that actually did this exact thing, and she made about $20,000 in like 3 months from one article, like something absolutely crazy. So you can start a blog. Writers should have their own blogs. If you're creating content for someone else's blog, that's someone else is earning more than you. Why not start your own blog and watch your profit grow? You don't need technical skills and know how to create a blog. All you need is a domain, some templates, and you can blog away. Of course, don't forget to monetize your blog, allow ads, and make reviews of products, connect with your audience, and become an influential blogger. Now you could also review products. Companies pay writers to review their products. Legitimate and reputable ones won't even ask you to write glowing reviews of their products. They're confident enough that these products will be impressive, and you can either publish these reviews on your own blog or sell the reviews to the manufacturers. Some will even want you to leave reviews right on the product pages themselves. Besides reviewing products, another popular way to earn from your opinions is by reviewing books and movies. And since you're spending much time reading and watching, why not turn that into a money-making activity? You can even compile your reviews and publish them as an ebook. You can also become a web copywriter. One of the most profitable writing jobs right now is that of the copywriter. You surely have visited websites whose product descriptions make you say, wow. These are fun and engaging descriptions of the products, and you might say that is the work of a copywriter. They produce content that will focus on the branding of a business, and they work together with marketers to form one cohesive thought for a brand. Being a writer is hard work. There are a lot of challenges and heartbreaks, not to mention there are many times the pay will not be good, but the digital revolution and the boom of the internet made writers front and center of every marketing and advertising strategy. From content writing to public relations to social media management, you will never lack good opportunities when you're a writer right now. And I thought this was a pretty interesting article. And the thing is, all this is technically true, right? So for example, publishing a book is actually very simple. You could go to kdp.amazon.com or wherever you are, like .uk, wherever, Australian, AUS, I think for Australia. And you could just go and self-publish your book on about anything. Now, the thing is, if you are going to self-publish a book, try to create some sort of social media presence beforehand, some sort of following beforehand, so that you could actually drive traffic without having to pay for it straight to your book. And then you can actually end up becoming a successful self-published author. Now for the blogs, magazines, and journals, best one that I've ever heard of was Medium.com, because I actually saw someone make over $20,000 with one single article. And there's some people with a decent following that write on there that can make 6 figures a year. Now the blog one is a little bit more different. It could potentially take years for it to actually pay off, or it could be very quickly. This is all something that ends up coming down to, it really comes down to luck, but also keyword research. So if you are very good at SEO, so basically how to do something, or basically ranking high in the Google search results for a specific word or phrase, like how to make banana bread using just a fork or something like that, right? Something where it has keywords in it for something specific, but also broad enough to get a lot of eyes, but specific enough for you to actually be the top result for that. If you're good at something like that, you could potentially get a lot of views from a blog, and you could technically make a lot of money from a blog. And there's still people who make a lot of money from blogs right now, and that's the thing you just really got to understand, right? When it comes to creating something that's truly evergreen, I think a blog is probably one of the best things to do. And what we mean by this is that there are some blogs out there that are so evergreen that 10 years from now, they can still get clicks on it. They can still get people reading their content, which is vastly different than a lot of news type of websites. Now, a lot of news type websites tend to make a lot of money in the terms of hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars every year. But these evergreen websites basically allow people to have more of a passive income type of lifestyle, to where they could potentially, sleep in for a month and still end up making money, right? I think one of the best examples of this, of anyone in the personal finance space, is a creator called Nate O'Brien, because I believe he is a YouTuber who makes one video per month, and I believe probably brings in more than $50,000 or $60,000 a month. So that's something to really think about. Is that the type of life or lifestyle that I want? Right? If I could just make one video per month and bring in $50,000 to $60,000 per month, wouldn't I want to do that? Wouldn't you want to do something like that? Something extremely evergreen and passive, to where you could end up breaking your arms and legs and still end up making money the next month. So it's something to really think about, and something maybe to think about for the longer term. What type of lifestyle do you actually want to do?